Yes! My cat is looking at me like I'm freaking crazy. Anyways, hi. Welcome back to the channel. Today is such an amazing day. As always, 100%. So, today we want to talk about something extremely important, okay? You listening? Are you listening? Okay. Because I need you to be fully tuned in because this is a message that a lot of all of us, all of us need to hear this message. Okay. So you better be tuned in, babe. We really need to learn how to have grace for one another. Okay. Humanity needs more grace, love, and kindness. Okay. And the more we give this to each other, the more it will make other people give that to other people. Like, and it'll just like go on. It's like a freaking domino effect. Okay. You're giving all this love, grace, and kindness, and you're receiving it. And then the people who are receiving it are giving it. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And it's just something our world needs so bad because I feel like everyone just judges everybody else. Everyone's so quick to say something about someone else, have an opinion when you only know 0.0000001% of the situation. You're just so quick to have an opinion. And it's one thing having an opinion, it's another thing being extremely just negative and projecting. Okay, I know a lot of you guys may project. I'm guilty of this. Projecting a lot of your ideologies onto other people, okay? And this is just not okay, and it's not fair, and it's not necessary, okay? So that's what I wanted to make this video about. How to have grace for others, okay? The main thing that has helped me have grace for other people is looking at them like my brothers, like my brother, my sisters, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we are all God's children, okay? Some of us will say that we are all God. And in my opinion, I don't believe God is judging anyone. I think that's why God has allowed us to be completely different. It's like anything, any type of idea, there's always someone that agrees and doesn't agree. Okay. Like we're all different. We all think completely different. There's so many different religions, like ethnicities, countries. It's just everything is so different to the point where it's like God would have never made us this way or have these things happen in our life to us, a lot of things completely out of our control, and then judge us for how we react or how we go about our lives or how things change. God would never judge us, okay? Um Even like the most vile people on this earth, God, I don't believe God judges them because guess what? God has a like a bird's eye view of everything going on. We don't. And we don't for a reason. We were not meant to have that. You know what I mean? God has a bird's eye view on every single thing going on. Okay. Every single thing, God knows all, right? I feel like I'm like freaking in church right now. God knows all, which means God is not ignorant. God has all the understanding. And when you have all the understanding on something, it's very hard to judge it, or very hard to have your own personal opinion on it. When you have the full tea on the situation, why it's happening, what made it happen, like everything, you wouldn't judge the situation, okay? We are meant to be ignorant. You know what I mean? We are not supposed to know every single thing going on. We're not supposed to know the whole story. And I think that that should make us have grace even more, because how can you judge someone, or have an opinion on something that you do not fully know or know about? It has never made sense to me. It has never made sense, like that concept. Why am I going to sit here and speak my opinion or judge someone when I literally have I don't have any idea about them. I don't know all the little things they've gone through to make them act that way, to get them where they are in life. I have no idea. So who gives me the right, you know what I mean, to judge someone or be mean to them or ridicule them or any of that? Who gives me the right? You know what I mean? It doesn't give you the right to do that to me. Like what? I'm just a person, okay? And that's what we all are. We're just freaking people and we're just living, and we all deserve love. And a lot of us just really need love. And a lot of us have a lot of trouble expressing the fact that we just need love. And if we had that, everything would be so much better. So it's like that's why we need to spread more love and heal this world. This world needs so much freaking healing. But just know God would never judge you. And in my opinion, I don't think you would judge God. I think that would be a little weird for you to be facing judgment to someone that made this entire universe. Someone. Well, that's that's very limiting. You wouldn't pass judgment upon your creator at the end of the day and the creator of all. You would never pass judgment because guess what? God created everything, the type of people, what they did, the situation, just that was all created by God. And it was all a part of God's plan. Okay. And like I said, we're not meant to understand why. We're not meant to know the whole story. The point is, we have to do our best not to judge, and I get some people it's going to be really hard. Some people, and I have one person in particular that I'm thinking of right now that is if I ever saw him again, I literally might lose my mind and attack him and I probably would go to jail, because of something that he did. And some things it'll be hard to forgive, you know what I mean? It'll be hard to forgive and it'll be really hard to have grace. But something I always think about, and I don't, I'm not necessarily religious or Christian or anything. I'm literally just a spiritual being having a human experience. But I really like when they said in the Bible that Jesus, when he was ridiculed and made fun of and people throwing stuff at him and he's being nailed to a cross and like just all of these things going on with Jesus. Everyone's going to war over him. They say that he did not cast any judgment on any of those people. He actually had love for all of those people that hated him, that ridiculed him. He had love for them. And I'll never forget that. It's all to teach you a lesson at the end of the day. A lot of these religions is really just to teach you a lesson. And the lesson is like, no matter how tough, people can be and how much they hate you, you don't have to do anything, but it only helps the situation or helps this world when you just give love back, like not even like you have to go up to them and be like, oh my, I love you so much, like just energetically provide love, or just let that person know, like, you know what, if you need someone to talk to, you can talk to me, because clearly you have issues. Okay. um it's a bit of a hard topic because there's so many circumstances that this could fall under where it's like, girl, I'm not about to show you no love, you know what I mean? But God would show you love. At the end of the day, God is showing that person love, in whatever way it needs to be shown. But at the end of the day, everything is working out as it's supposed to work out. So look at look at everybody as your brothers and sisters, because guess what? We all bleed the same, we all die the same. I always say that. We're all on the same level when it comes to this world. I could care less about a status. I could care less if someone is homeless. I could care less if someone is, I don't know, out of their mind. I don't know. Like at the end of the day, we're all bleed the same. We all die the same. We all came from the same place, and most of us are going back to the same place. I'm just kidding. We're all going back to the same place. It just depends on which level you're at. But you have to look at each other like we're all God. We're all God's children. And you would never judge God. You would never judge God's child. And you have to just have grace. You never know what someone's going through. You never know what type of day that they may have had. You don't know what type of year they had, what type of life they've had. You don't know like what's stressing them out. You don't know if they were just about to off themselves yesterday. You don't know. You have no idea and you're not supposed to know. You know what I mean? So because we're not supposed to know, automatically have grace. And I know this is easier said than done. It's one of those things that's just so easy to say. Okay, it's so easy. The more you practice this, the easier it will get. 100%. So easy, And you just have to tell yourself, oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you also cannot take what people do so personal. It's not all about you, babe. Okay. I know it might seem like it. And this is coming from someone that thinks everything's about them when it's literally not. You have to tell yourself, it's not all about me. This person has their own life. They've had, their day, their year. Who knows what this person has been through? And that's why they did what they did, or they're acting the way they're acting, or this happened. You know what I mean? There's always like a reason, even if it might not make sense, or at least to us, or is like deep rooted and had absolutely nothing to do with you. You have to allow grace and just not take it personal, and just know that person's having a bad day. I don't It's like a little random, but just like an example I can think of, I was recently at the hospital for someone close to me, and I was in the bathroom, and it was like this little tiny area where like the sink was. So I was waiting for this lady to get done washing her hands, and when she was done, I'm just standing there. When she was done, I'm trying to like go around her like, excuse me, but she was like, this is like what she was like. She's like she was just like completely upset by my presence. I didn't even do anything, but she's just like this, like, cause like I was just so in her way or something. But I just went around, and I didn't really think that much about it, because I'm like, we are in a hospital, and her child could be very ill, you know what I mean, or her parent, or someone really close to her, like anything could have happened, so it's nothing for me to be like, oh, f her, about, even though it was completely, I didn't do one thing, you know what I mean, I did not do anything to deserve it, but it's about having grace and love and knowing she probably had a really hard day, and she just wants to not be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, anyone in her vicinity is going to be bothering her, because of whatever she's gone through. So it's just about having grace, and maybe even just sending love her way. Like, I really hope things work out. I hope whoever is healed, I hope things get better. Just sending love. And you can also remember too, sometimes like God will put people like that in your life, that will just do something to you completely unprovoked. You did not do one thing wrong. They're like mean to you, they're saying something to you. God might put someone like very negative like that in your life, just to see how you're going to react. Just to see if you've learned, if you've matured, like just to see what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Or who knows the reason. But my thing is like, that's another thing too. Sometimes people like that are put in your life for a reason. Or let's say the annoying person tailgating you while you're driving, or they're driving all crazy, they're honking at you because you're not going fast enough. Somebody like that, they're being put in that moment for you for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everyone is tied together and connected, blah, 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 right? It's happening for a reason, is to show how you're going to react. Because guess what? You can only control how you react. And not reacting at all is honestly the best way to go, because it's above you and it has nothing to do with you. And that person, you don't know what is going on, okay? Their freaking life could be on the line, and they have to do all that to get to, somewhere they need to go. Who knows? But, you know, end of the day, grace, love, peace, joy is what we need to spread, and what we will be receiving, because we're calling that in, and learning to love each other more, okay? No matter who we are, just learning to love each other, and not cast judgment, because it's unnecessary and it just adds more negative energy into this world. And we don't need that. Okay. And guess what? Every time you're judging someone or whatever you are doing, towards someone, you will get that back. It'll all come back. And nobody likes to be judged. At least I don't. It's not very fun. I just want to live my life and not have somebody commenting on everything I'm doing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like this was a little long, but thanks so much for watching if you stay to the end, and like, comment, subscribe. Love you so much. Bye.